How strong is Brawly? Ooh, this is an interesting one. Which Brawly are we talking about? Are we talking about DBZ Brawly or Dragon Ball Super Brawly?
Super Broly. In the Dragon Ball franchise, there's a huge debate on who has the greatest potential out of everyone, with Kakarot being able to unlock a form the gods themselves cannot reach in only 45 minutes. Gohan being able to go from completely washed to having the strongest battle in history. Frieza after
And he
only
really shouldn't be completely washed, honestly. But I get it. I get it. He wants to just study and have a normal life because I get that Gohan, since a very young age, has been fighting threats way bigger than himself, you know? So I get that he doesn't want to like train like his father or Vegeta, but like, man, just what if Gohan never stopped training after he beat Cell or Perfect Cell? You know what I mean?
4 months of training was able to go from Namek Saga Super Saiyan Goku all the way to Super Saiyan Blue. But name me a character that can go from a warm-up for base Vegeta to matching a fusion. Broly, the legendary Saiyan whose power grows faster than the gods can predict.
Yeah.
Being born around the same time as an angel and a future god of destruction, he was destined to be legendary. And just like his Z counterpart, he's stronger than any villain within Dragon Ball Z.
True.
With characters like Frieza and Cell being stated to have power to destroy the living universe, and Cell himself being stated to have infinite battle power, surpassing Kid Buu and Buhan, who can collapse the universe with alternate dimensions, and Broly is still stronger, which is insane because it was stated in the Broly movie that Broly is so strong that training against Paragus is next to doing no training at all, meaning his power just passively surpassed everyone in Dragon Ball Z. He puts this power on display as he fights against Kakarot and Vegeta after their win at the Universal Survival Tournament, where Kakarot was able to become the first mortal in existence to master Ultra Instinct and taking on the literal strongest fighters across the multiverse. But they never expected this.
Gohan's a fake and a phony. That guy's a big fat phony.
Broly attacks the king with his monstrous power.
Because, you know, honestly, I like that they have Beast Gohan now, but I don't feel like that was a deserved power up. I mean, before that, he wasn't even studying. Oh, no, I'm sorry. He was studying, but like it's not like he was training his ass off. Then he achieved that form, you know? I think he might have, if I'm not mistaken, I know that a lot of people like to make fun of like Dragon Ball Z fans because we don't watch the fucking show, but I think if I'm not mistaken, he was doing minor, like very minimal training before that he got that power up. But I don't know, maybe that's just how he's written, right? But because he has so much potential and he's just able to just, you know, acquire new feats of strength. Cool. But it just I wish it would have been like he was training his ass off and then boom, he got the beast form. So I don't know, man. Well, he couldn't handle Gogeta. Yeah. My criticism with Super has always been one thing. They push the power level way too high and focus on one person. Goku UI is cool, but at the same time too strong compared with other fighters. Yeah. His UI form is really fucking busted. It's really strong. And the thing about it is like, unless they open up the other universes and they explore other universes, like I really was hoping that they had to go into like more detail about the alternate universe. I think it's Universe 6 that has all the Saiyans, the other Saiyans, because they have like higher potential or something like that compared to like their counterpart Universe 7. Because Kale and I think Khalifa, I think her name is, those two women Saiyans, they were able to, you know, they were able to like achieve Super Saiyan pretty easily, you know. And one of them were like the legendary Super Saiyan in their universe, but I don't know. I just think that, yeah. And you know what I don't like about Super sometimes? I just hate how they got Super Saiyan God, that red version, and then they like don't really even use it anymore. And like Super Saiyan Blue, it's like if they are in fact a god, I feel like that should be like the god form. I mean, and then they got like another form. So some of these forms just feel like they're just useless, especially Super Saiyan God, the red form, you know? If you think about it, Goku has never actually beat Vegeta in a fight. I mean, yeah. I mean, I feel like he has, though, right? I mean, people love to say, like, well, Vegeta beat him when he was Majin Vegeta because he sucker punched Goku and he knocked him out. But, I mean, Goku had his back turned, man. I mean, he was ready to go fight Majin Buu, and he thought Vegeta was on board, so he turned his back and let his guard down. But, I mean, I felt like the fight was over with, but Vegeta is the only one that was still thinking that it was still a fight. So I don't know, he sucker punched him in my opinion. So I don't really feel like that counts, but you know, whatever. And I get he had help on the first time he fought Vegeta too. One or two Saiyans are the only heavy lifting, and the other Saiyan are just there. Dude, why on earth do the Dragon Ball Super writers, like, why did it take them so long to make Goten and Trunks like older? I really wish that they would actually develop those characters more, because Goten is like this, you know, he's also the son of Goku, but I feel like there's a lot of potential in him because I think he was like the youngest Super Saiyan, right? I just wish that they would just explore their characters more. You know what I mean? It's always just a fight, and the implication that Goku would win without Goku. Bro, I was so pissed off when that movie came out, the Resurrection of F, and Vegeta was about to kill Frieza right then and there, and then Frieza blew up the planet, and he killed himself and everybody on there, except for Goku. Then Whis had to go and turn back time so Goku could actually, you know, kill Frieza with his Kamehameha. I hated that shit so much. Hated that shit. Player, I see you lurking. Even the future Trunks was lame. When they reintroduced him, he had no aura compared to the first one. Wait, which future Trunks? You mean like like in Super. When you're talking about when he came back because he needed help fighting Black Goku? Is that what you're talking about, Russ?
Nothing but a warm-up for him. However,
yeah, I know what you mean.
He keeps evolving and getting faster and stronger with every single second that passes, eventually surpassing base form Vegeta, which is insane because Vegeta at this point in the series is thousands of times stronger than Super Saiyan God Kakarot in the Battle of Gods are, as Kakarot and Vegeta were able to learn how to tap into and control God Ki on their own and putting that power into their base forms, with Super Saiyan God Kakarot in his fight with Beerus going to destroy not just the living universe, but 7 space-times within the macrocosm, with each one being an infinite realm, with the afterlife transcending dimensions that cannot be perceived from the mortal universe, with it being stated to transcend the concepts of space and time, with their battle even being stated to be super dimensional, and all of this universe-destroying power is condensed into their base forms. Most people are confused on why the universe isn't being threatened of being destroyed in battles after this, with characters getting hundreds of times stronger and having this power in their base forms, which I'll answer in another video.
I mean, Goku is like, at this point, he's like a low tier angel, I guess. I don't know if that's accurate, but he has the powers of an angel, if I'm not mistaken. Because I think Whis is stated to always be in like an Ultra Instinct type of like form. So he's not like an actual angel Goku I'm referring to, but I mean, I think that he is not as strong as Whis yet anyway, but I think if we're just to kind of like, I guess, put like a positioning on his power, but I don't think he's like an angel, but like he's almost like in that like level of power that's like maybe like entering like an angel type of power level. I don't know if you guys get what I'm saying.
For the short answer, Ki control. As Broly continues to fight, He forces Vegeta to use the legendary transformation of the Saiyan race and becomes a Super Saiyan. Broly is able to grow even faster as he quickly outmatches Vegeta again, as Vegeta states,
Yeah,
"This is
Broly was
actually
just,
pretty
like,
interesting. As we know,
closing
Saiyans
the
can
gap
adapt
so
mid-battle to get an edge on their
fast.
opponents. For example, Goku being able to adapt to Hit's time skip, and Vegeta being able to adapt to Jiren's movements, but we've never seen it done this fast before. As Broly gets so strong so quick that Vegeta decides to skip it and dives into a pool of energy, becoming a Super Saiyan God, with Vegeta literally stacking universe-crushing power on top of itself, and decides to finish off Broly for good. But it's not over. Out of nowhere, Broly's power skyrockets, and what comes out is a brand new form. Well, brand new to Super. As Broly was able to access the power of the Great Ape yet remain in his human form, calling this form Akari Broly. Broly was able to get so strong that within seconds, Super Saiyan God Vegeta's punches felt like nothing. Yup, this dude's a problem. But now it's time for Broly to fight against the
Real
hope of the
big problem.
universe. The age-old rivalry, the legendary Super Saiyan versus the legendary Super Saiyan. Broly fights against Kakarot, and now it's time to see who's the strongest, as Broly steamrolls through all of Kakarot's forms, reaching Super Saiyan God.
this fight was
where
so
Kakarot is
amazing.
able to show an interesting ability called Godbind, where he's able to paralyze his opponents, yet Broly is so strong that he simply overpowers it and controls Kakarot. But now Kakarot shows him a new color that gets him 50 times stronger than his stacked Super Saiyan God. Broly fights against Kakarot as a Super Saiyan
And at
Blue.
this point, Goku was putting hands on Broly until Frieza fucking killed Paragus, and then Broly's power levels just shot up, you know?
And it seems Broly is finally reaching his limit, but as Frieza is watching over the fight, he decides Broly needs a little push. Reminiscing on his battle against Kakarot on Namek, he knows
This Broly origin was way better than the movie Broly. That's true. Like, Dragon Ball Z Broly, his origin was pretty terrible. Like, he just was, like, he was angry because Kakarot kept crying when he was a baby. And that's why he had this psychological trauma that he always needed to kill Kakarot. But just because he was crying next to him in his crib. It's kind of a stupid, like, backstory. But I thought that DBZ Broly was so much more cooler, though, because he was just merciless, like, pure evil. I mean, and one thing I did like about DBZ Broly was his transformation was so fucking sick. I mean, sometimes I'll just, like, randomly pull up that clip of him, like, transforming and just get chills all over again. Because, I mean, that's like ultimate, like, pre-workout. Like, you watch that shit before the gym, you're ready to fucking lift. Because let me tell you, Chad, that, like, when he powered up, he had so much energy that it literally, like, ripped apart his skin, and it like transformed him into this, like, fucking monstrosity. It was so cool, man. So cool. So cool. JC, is Goku your favorite superhero of all time? I would say so. I would say so. Peep the Goku poster in the back, man. I mean, peep it. That's the OG, man. It's the OG. I love that man. No pause. Shooting pops and then screaming saying that Goku did it. Oh yeah, for sure. That one was just a menace. This one is more like an animal with anger issues.
No Saiyans have a hidden power within themselves that can make this battle explode. Frieza kills Paragus to get Broly to channel that glow that he hates so much. And when Broly sees this, he realizes that he has nothing left except for his rage. As Broly's power starts to rise, Kakarot knows that this is the end. Broly completely loses his mind and finally snaps.
While they use the old Broly's
Arising from the
effects for
abyss
the
is the
new one.
true legendary Super Saiyan Broly. And just like
This
the
was
original Super
such a
Saiyan that
cool-
couldn't control his power, Broly is
I
completely
mean, this was a cool transformation. It was cool. I love how he slowly rises from, like,
the
that
original
hole.
Super Saiyan that couldn't control his power.
I thought this was so fucking sick when I first saw it, But I will say nothing beats the original though.
Broly is completely lost in his rage. Vegeta decides to join the fight against Broly, but it's still not enough, and they decide the only way to win is to merge their powers together. Kakarot and Vegeta leave Broly to fight against Frieza while they go learn the Metamoran fusion. Vegeta and Kakarot mess it up 2 times in a row, and during this time Frieza's getting completely mollywopped for an hour straight, but then they were finally able to do it. The mix of the Prince of Destruction with a mortal who obtained the form of an angel.
Russ, we don't talk about the third Broly. We do not talk about Bio Broly at all, man. What Bio Broly? We don't talk about that. React to how strong Kakumi Goku. I know who you're talking about. I just don't know how to pronounce that name. That's like the fan-made like Dragon Ball series. It's actually really nice, really good. Goku is the anime, what Superman's the comics. Exactly.
And what comes out is the angel born in hell. Gogeta arrives on the battlefield ready to fight against Broly, with their fusion's power not just being one added together, but significantly multiplied. As Gogeta and Broly fight, both of them are getting stronger and stronger, and this is becoming fun. But let's take a step back and think about how crazy this actually is, because Kakarot and Vegeta decide to skip going Kaioken and Evolution Blue, and thought the only way to win was to fuse together. Meaning Broly within only a couple of hours was able to go from base Vegeta to forcing them to use fusion, which is absolutely ridiculous. Broly even forces Gogeta to go Super Saiyan because of how fast Broly is growing. As they continue to fight, their power is going higher and higher, and it's becoming more and more unstable.
And let's not forget, since they didn't kill Broly here, the Zenkai boost that Broly must have gotten from this fight must have been like, wow, just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, damn.
And as both of their attacks connect, reality has been completely shattered. It was stated that this destruction of reality was super dimensional, which backs up the evidence from earlier. And as both of their powers continue to rise, Broly rises faster as he pulls forth all of his energy, finally bringing out the form that we know so well. Broly explodes with legendary power and becomes full power Super Saiyan Broly. Broly has gotten so strong that Gogeta's punches, even as a Super Saiyan, feel like nothing, and forces Gogeta to jump all the way to Super Saiyan Blue to finally put him down. As Gogeta and Broly continue to fight, Gogeta is hitting Broly with every attack in his arsenal, but Broly just keeps getting up. Gogeta realizes that Broly is eventually going to surpass him yet again and decides to end this. Gogeta charges up his energy for a dramatic finish, as Broly has finally reached his limit and he knows he's going to die. A legendary battle with a legendary conclusion.
I'm so happy they didn't kill him though. If he had gotten hit by that, he would have been game over for sure.
Before Broly is killed, his friends wish on the Dragon Balls to send Broly back to his home world, and this legendary battle is finally over. Kakarot states that Broly's power might have even surpassed Beerus himself, as Kakarot and Vegeta get stronger and stronger, unlocking brand new forms, and even Kakarot's son unlocking a brand new beast form. Broly's been training on Beerus's world. As Gohan concludes his strongest battle in history, it was stated that perfected Cell Max might be even stronger than Broly.
Bro, I hate how they did Cell. If they're gonna bring back Cell, at least bring him back not like as some stupid like brain dead like monster who doesn't even know, like, you know, they could have did like Perfect Cell Max and brought back the voice actor for, you know, Perfect Cell and just made him into Perfect Cell again, but just, you know, recolored him in this green and red color palette, and it would have been such a cooler, like, you know, fight, in my opinion. I thought that fight was really stupid, you know? It could have been done better. But they made him like a brain dead idiot, you know? I didn't like that. Cell Max was trash. It was trash. I don't know why they did that.
Broly, meaning Broly at this current point is the strongest Saiyan in history. Overall, Broly would scale to complex multi to outer versal depending on which argument you want to take, with infinite to irrelevant speed. In the end, I guess we finally got our answer on who has the greatest potential out of everyone, as Broly was able to go from base Vegeta all the way to Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta in only a couple of hours, and after training on Beerus' world has statements of being the strongest Saiyan. But Broly isn't just a monster, he's a devil. What's up, guys? It's Divine. If you guys enjoy,
Chat, I don't know what's gonna happen in the next like Dragon Ball Super Saga, but like, think about it. You got Ultra Ego Vegeta that has like implications of him using like Hakai, and it's like with Beerus's influence, so he might be able to use like, well, he definitely can use Hakai probably if he masters Ultra Ego, because Ultra Ego, when he tapped into it in the manga, I feel like that wasn't even the mastered form of that. So we haven't even seen him at his peak in that form, which is going to be crazy. We got, you know, Goku mastered Ultra Instinct. Then we got Beast Gohan. Then we got Orange Piccolo. Then we got Broly controlling his, you know, his beast form, not beast form, but what do you call that form? He's controlling his Super Saiyan power now. He's not going crazy anymore. Who the fuck is going to like even step to this team? Now, unless they make Black Frieza so damn powerful that he just runs through them all, which I don't know how powerful he's going to be. I don't know what villain is going to be as powerful enough to beat, you know, all those guys. You know what I mean? It's just, I gotta see what happens. I hope it makes sense. If they make a villain that is able to rival their power, which they have to, because I mean, what's the point? But this, I hope it makes sense. I hope it makes sense. You know. It's nice to see Piccolo though get a power increase. I really feel like Tien needs one too, but can't be too greedy, I guess, right? Gogeta is the best. If you kept up with the manga, you would know. You're gonna be disappointed. They did all this build up with the movies and the payoff with the manga, so it's not that great. Apart from the obvious one, everyone has seen Frieza Black. Yeah, I mean, I just don't know. It's not stated just how powerful Frieza Black is. Now I know that he one-shotted Ultra Ego Vegeta and mastered Ultra Instinct Goku, but they were like tired, so they were already pretty much their energy was spent, I think, because they were fighting that villain Gas. But I don't know, man. That's gonna be a good one. I can already tell.